Hey everybody, Will the Writer here, just taking a walk on the Sunday morning. I'm gonna do something just a little bit different than my writing vlogs. And also, I just wanted to test out my new portable microphone here. So, to see how this goes. One of the limiting beliefs I have as a writer, I feel like a lot of writers do actually, and I see it on YouTube a lot, which is great. I think I feel by kind of being a little bit more transparent about things such as that, we'll build like a tighter community um, as writers here. So one of my limiting beliefs as a writer is that I do not read enough books. Sounds a little bit crazy, far-fetched, and it's also kind of an insecurity of mine as me wanting to be a writer, that I feel like I don't read enough. I hear a lot of writers talking about all these books they've read when they're younger, and to be honest, I have never heard many of those books. Like, if the book has been made into a movie or TV series, I have never heard of it. Such as like Lord of the Rings, to be honest, never heard of it until the movies came out. Same thing with Game of Thrones, never heard of it until like the series was made. And yeah. Oh, it's a little bit, it's, even though it's cloudy right now, it's still pretty hot here in California. Also, there's a lot of books that was assigned to me as a kid in high school and in English class in college, and like I really did not like those books that we were reading. And so I thought, I'm switching hands here because my left hand's getting sore. And I thought, because I didn't like reading those kinds of books, I just wasn't, I just really didn't like reading. And you know, when you don't like, it's hard to be a writer if you don't like reading. So that's what I thought. I was like, man, maybe I can't be a writer and stuff. I do watch TV, I do watch movies and stuff. So there's probably a few of you guys that be like, why don't you be a screenwriter or something? And then that is a good point, you know? But for me, George R. R. Martin didn't like about being a screenwriter in Hollywood was that there was a budget that limited his creative input, and then he also had to talk with like a team of people about what they could do, what they can't do. But as a writer, you really don't have any limits. Your imagination is the limit, and so that's why I wanted to be like a novelist, a high fantasy writer. As my book is like growing and growing, like as I'm world building and character building, it would be limited by production and the budgets and stuff like that. So that's why I wanted to be an aspiring, excuse me, that's why I want to be a novelist writer. Because of that, because of my lack of reading, I feel like I do have to read a lot more, and I can't really use the excuse of me being an adult for me not reading enough. There's ways that I could read. I could read 10 minutes a day. I could read on my 30-minute break, or I could read right before bed. I remember in elementary school, they were like, oh, if you read 15 minutes a day and logging it into your reading log. So that's something I could do. I'm not really trying to make my priorities as an adult as an excuse for me to not read. It's just something I got to work with it in my time. Can I read every day? Ideally, yes, but there's times stuff happens that I can't do it. I just can't beat myself up too much about it, and just gotta go on with it. Oh, I also did want to add, that even books I did read, I just didn't finish, because of excuses like school, not having enough time. So pretty much, I was kind of making those excuses of not being able to finish books if I did start reading them. And then switching hands again here. And then what kind of gave me, like, I guess a sign of relief was that when I was going on YouTube, there's a lot of people who said like, oh, you don't have to finish a book that if you don't want to. If you don't like the book, you don't got to finish it, which made me feel really good about myself. That didn't make me feel like a bad reader or a bad writer. It just made me feel like it was just reaffirming that, okay, this is maybe not my type of book, or maybe this style of writing isn't for me. Doesn't mean I hate books per se. I just gotta find another book. So if I don't finish a book for whatever reason, whether I don't like the book, not my cup of tea, something like that, it's okay. It just means I can start another book sooner. But just to sum up this video here, my number one limiting belief as a writer is that I did not read enough books when I was young. Aside from being like a student, having to do homework projects, other stuff like that, a lot of books that were assigned, to me in the English class, in my English class, I really didn't like them. So it made me kind of put off by reading. And the times where I did start books, I never got to finish reading them for whatever reason. And away from me, and today how I am dealing with that limiting belief is that I am reading books when I can, whether I have 10 minutes at a time, 20 minutes at a time, 50, or right before bed. I am reading more consistently. And it feels really good to finish a book, even though it may take me longer than I would like. At least I'm finishing a book. And if I do not finish a book because I don't like it for whatever reason, it's okay. It just means I get to start another book sooner. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video here. Hey, what's your number one limiting belief? Please leave it in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye.